You win some and you lose about 8.
All square with one species each. We'd now need a draw at the main lake for swims.
That's me coming last then. Our time in Bangkok was coming to an end, but before we left the city completely, we'd arranged to go to an aquarium at Bangkok Uni. Watch your step, Spoons.
We were meeting marine biologist and fish expert Nakorn Peeler. We were planning to pick his brains to find out some inside information about our main Thai target, our next destination. The fish was known as the mythical Siamese carp. I hope this geezer knows his stuff.
Thank you for having us. We really want to know a bit more about the Siamese carp, so it prepares us for going to catch them. First question for you. How do these fish feed in the wild? How do they attack the food on the bottom?
ปกติแล้วปลาตัวนี้ครับมันจะกินอาหารตามพื้นท้องน้ำคือมันจะกินพวกสาหร่ายพวกแพลงก์ต้นคือมันจะมีเหงือกที่ค่อนข้างใหญ่จะเห็นว่าหัวมันจะใหญ่จริงเหงือกใหญ่เพื่อที่จะกรองอาหารมันจะเป็นลักษณะการฮุบกินเศษแมลงแล้วก็สาหร่ายลงไปเพื่อเป็นอาหารของมันนะครับ
That's fascinating, that. So they don't actually feed like a normal king carp that's sucking on the bottom. These go along and literally engulf their food as it rises from the bottom.
The king carp have also got a very good eyesight. They can see different colours of baits and they can see the angler's lines. Is it the same for the Siamese carp?
We went on to find out all about their eyesight, including that it's fairly poor and how they see shades and tones, but not necessarily colours as we know them. They rely on their taste and smell senses to distinguish what is food.
In modern times, there's been these fish caught at weights over 480 £, with rumours of 600 £. Fish as well. In your scientific opinion, do you think they can grow even bigger still in the perfect environment?
What we heard next blew our minds. He told us that although they don't collect data on Siamese carp caught from captivity, he could confirm that they have been caught in the wild by local fishermen to over 3 metres long and weighing over 660 £.
Oh, that's a big animal, let alone just a fish.
Well, there we go, boys.
What you got there? His head?
No, that's all of it. I've got it.
No, you haven't.
No? That's start.
I hope you've got a vehicle to carry it. By the way, mate, you're flying low. Thank you so much for that. That was incredible information. Talking of flying, main event time.
So these carp grow to mind-boggling proportions. This stuffed one was a mere 60 kilos, about 132 £, which is just short of the world record of 134 £. This has since been beaten, but they've now stopped accepting records from commercial venues.
These record-breaking carp have all been caught from the same lake, and we're heading there now. We jumped on a plane and flew about 750 kilometres south of Bangkok to the province of Krabi. From the airport, we then drove a further 40 minutes to a man-made fishing complex unlike any other on the planet. A 12-year-old lake that had been purposely dug for fishing, with its water properties scientifically maintained to optimum levels to hold and grow the biggest freshwater fish in the world. It holds 5 different species that grow to over the magical 100-pound barrier.
The top targets for anglers are Mekong catfish that grow to 260 £, the Arapaima, which has been caught to a mind-blowing 600 £, and our target, the Siamese carp. It's been caught here up to a staggering weight of, wait for it, 187 £.
Gentlemen, welcome to Γκίλχαμς Fishing Resort. How is that for a view?
That is unreal. It's a genuine fisherman's paradise, isn't it?
So, boys, we've had a match. It was a score draw. The only way to sort it is with a fondle of some pool balls. First, second and third.
Go on. 2, 1 and 3. I'll get 3.
First. Yes. What are the chances of that? This is just a liberty. Disgusted. I can't even... Third choice to swim. I'm used to the feeling, to be fair. But I have been here and I've got a bit of confidence about how to approach it for the Siamese carp. So in a way, I don't feel too bad. You know what? There ain't a bad swim on the lake.
It's not very often I get to come to a lake that's got this many big ones in, but when you couple it with such magical surroundings as well, I'm just hoping that the planets align and it's my turn to catch a whacker.
I am double happy to be here. It's an absolutely amazing place. I've never seen anything like it before, and I've got first choice to swim, so bring on the 100-pounders.
You come to this lake for one reason and one reason only, and that is to catch fish over £100. and to catch a Siamese carp over £100 is without a doubt our team target.
To catch a 100-pounder for the TV cameras would be a world first. No pressure, lads.
The next morning, we positioned ourselves up at the restaurant end of the lake, where the water was alive with Siamese carp crashing all over the place. We had chosen our swims, and I was on one side of the bank at the opening of the bay, while Dovey and Spooner were on the opposite side.
After coming out first in the draw, I've picked the swim because it's a double swim, and that means that 2 people normally fish in here, so I've got lots of water, and it's known for the big Siamese.
These fish need taming with some serious gear. We were using 6-pound test curve rods, big pit reels and 80-pound braided mainline. We all started with similar tactics, bright balance hook baits tied to big size 2 crank hooks with coloured kickers and a 60-pound braided hook link connecting it all together. We were fishing with running inline leads and topping it all off with large solid PVA bags full of the complex's own fishy pellet, which the fish were fed on regularly. We were now set and ready to cast out.
Here we go.
Time to lock and load, boys. Time to break some records.
And he's away already.
Come on, son.
Goodness knows what it is.
It feels like a juggernaut going out of control, Spoon.
Look at that real fry.
These battles are intense and can easily last over an hour. This one, though, seemed to be a little smaller, and after 15 minutes, it looked as though it was ready for netting.
Oh, it's a Siamese, yes.
This is done in the water by one of the guides on hand. Fish safety is paramount.
Yes. Get in. That's what you want, innit? Feeling good, pressure off straight away. First Siamese of the trip, buzzing. Well, there you go. Believe it or not, this is a small one for you. Probably around 45 pounds. We're not going to weigh this one. But what a start, what a start. And look at those lovely black scales. Bit of red on the anal fin there. Huge fins on it, big dark fins. And then that shovel mouth that is their signature way of feeding. I got you. In they come, scooping and fanning their food up. And bosh, I was lucky enough to snare that one straight away. Beautiful.
Well, he's off the mark already with a 45-pounder. Amazing to think that's under the average size.
A dream start for me and a nice little warm-up, hopefully for things to come. And I wasn't the only one into an early fish.
Welcome to Thailand, Spooner.
I can honestly say I've never had a take quite like that.
How you finding the experience, Spooner?
Nervy. I've never, ever had a fight quite like this, and I don't even think it's that big.
This is it. Look at the size of that.
Yay!
Even your hands are sweating.
Oh, mate. I'm buzzing to have caught my first one. My biggest fish I've ever caught is 53.12, biggest carp. I don't know how big that is yet, but I'm pretty sure it's bigger.
On hand to help weigh the fish was Stuart and Sean Γκίλχαμς, the father and son outfit who run and own the fishery.
69?
68.
68. Oh, what's a big one, Paul, like? Well, what about that? Not only my first Siamese, but my biggest ever fish at 68 pounds. I'm blown away already.
Our main event in Krabi, Thailand, where our team target was a 100-pound Siamese carp, had just begun. Incredibly, Spooner and Ali had caught a 45 and a 68-pound respectively, with Spoon smashing his PB. And talking of smashing...
Oh, I think you need to tighten that rod pod up, Dovey. Amateur.
He nearly lost his rod. That is the fastest take I've ever seen in my life. I was sitting there thinking it wasn't going to happen for a little while. Both Neil and Ali had caught one. Starting to feel a bit jealous. And now I wish I had hooked one. Oh.
Go on, son! Frankie Fryer! Double hookup! This was mental.
Go on! It's a better fish.
These two mega fights raged on for 40 minutes. The battles are incredible.
Stay tuned to next week's episode where I'll probably still be playing this thing.
Come on, big boy. That looks amazing. You can't even turn them, though. That's the thing.
With both the fish, Ali and Tom starting to tire, the Siamese carp were nearly ready to be netted. Don't lose them, boys. These look massive.
Yes. Yeah. That was too slow, but yes. Well done, mate.
It's a well good fish. That's definitely my biggest ever Siamese by a proverbial mile. Get in! That's a cheeserama, isn't it? Well, it looks a cheeserama to me. Oh, yeah, that is a good fish. That's my biggest Siamese by a mile.
Honestly, I have never, ever felt anything like that in my life. I've caught them to 30 or 40 pound before, but they're relentless. They're absolutely relentless. My arm is killing. I've got sweat on my shins. It's just unreal. I can't wait to do it again.
Unbelievable. Never in our wildest dreams did we think we'd have a start like this.
Go £100, 73. Go. That's 102 pound spoons. Yeah! £100 now! Oh, yes! What a massive fish that is. I'm seriously struggling to hold that. And everything about that capture said £100 from the bite to the fight to the actual weight. What a moment. And my biggest fish ever. Oh. Mwah.
Awesome, Dovey. To hit our target this quickly was unreal.
Unbelievable, that.
But I knew I had something even bigger in my net. And with Dovey's weight, it was now time to find out how big my fish was.
Oh.
Got out of the net.
That's not even funny.